On today's episode was very informative. The questions were good. We got in depth with a lot of the questions as well.
Yeah.
We not scolded people, but we just brought people back into the mix of what Living Lean is all about. So hopefully you guys enjoy the show.
We're focusing on what's important and what's not.
The fundamentals. Enjoy. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of
Hashtag Ask LiveLeanTV.
Thank you for tuning in for another show. We are on episode number 31.
31 episodes.
And if you guys are new to the show or you're new to the podcast, this is the show where we take your questions on social media when you hashtag them, Ask LiveLeanTV, and you post them to Twitter at these handles below. I'll put Twitter here, Snapchat, Instagram, and let's not forget about our homies on Facebook.
Yes.
So let's jump into the show.
Make sure that you use the hashtag if you want your question featured, because we're only looking for questions that are specifically intended for this show.
Yes, and if you do post a question, it does take a few episodes for us to answer it because we have a backload of questions.
Because you guys are so stellar at asking so many questions, so it's awesome. Thank you.
Let's go. Let's get into the show. First question on YouTube from Christy Swart. She says, hey, my question is, should I limit my dairy intake for weight loss? Cheese and yogurt especially.
Okay, let's talk dairy. So my initial reaction is yes, you should. And it's not just because it's dairy, but because all dairy foods are high calorie. So they're very calorie dense because they contain a lot of fat. I know you guys are going to be like, wait, what about low fat? But it's still relatively a high calorie food compared to other things that are non-dairy. Like if you were to use spices and herbs to season your food instead of creamy things or cheese. So you're going to have a better weight loss result when you use things to flavor your food that are not dairy.
True.
And then there's the other side of things.
I'm going to take the other side of things.
Yeah, you tell us the other issue with dairy.
So, no, I'm not. Well, yeah. I mean,
what were you
if
gonna
your
say?
ultimate goal is weight loss, at the end of the day, like we're talking weight loss, we're not talking about health, we're not talking about wellness, we're talking about weight loss. At the end of the day, just take in less calories than you are burning. But weight loss should not be your be-all, end-all goal. And I say that because you can see a lot of people losing a lot of weight, but they're losing muscle as well.
Right.
And they're not healthy, they're not energetic. They're basically walking around like zombies. They don't look good, they don't look healthy. So I just want to make sure that you focus on your goal is to live lean. It's not necessarily just to lose weight. And I know you guys probably all know what I mean, but I just need to put it out there for all the new viewers.
It's always a good reminder to refocus ourselves and realize that weight loss isn't everything. And most people have that as a goal, but the goal should be living lean, which weight loss is a part of, but it's not the only part.
Yeah, so you're asking, should you reduce cheese and yogurt? So cheese is an easy one because like you add cheese to food to make it taste better, like you were saying.
Yeah.
So to lose weight, you could like subtract about 100 calories from your meal or more by not putting the cheese on, and like you said, put spices. So that is a good thing right there. Now yogurt, on the other hand, depending on what type of yogurt you're eating, Greek yogurt is higher in protein, and if you get the right type of Greek yogurt where it's not just loaded with sugar, where if you look at the ingredients label,
the plain kinds, guys, not the fruity ones.
Yeah, get the plain kind and then add fruit to it.
Yes.
So you're controlling what's going into it. So that's one way to do it, and Greek yogurt could be a better alternative for you to eat than, let's say, like a sugar-filled granola bar, right?
Yeah.
But is Greek yogurt or is yogurt in itself the best food for you to be living lean? I say no, but like it depends on where you are in the continuum. So if you're just starting this journey, Greek yogurt is better than, like we said, McDonald's French fries, right? So you're gonna lose weight by taking Greek yogurt over McDonald's French fries. But if you're looking to really dial it in, you only have a few pounds left to lose, let's try to get the dairy out of your diet because, dairy is not basic. We could go on a whole other rant here, but I've done a lot of videos on dairy and the effect on your body that dairy has. So it really depends on where you are in your journey, but if you're just starting off, keep it in there, just make better choices.
And, we have dairy like maybe once a week or so on pizza, like we have cheese pizza, or like pepperoni pizza that has cheese on it, whatever. So we're not saying we never eat dairy. And like I've had yogurt, here and there. It's not like it's something I would never touch.
Yeah.
it's not like deadly or toxic.
I know, like that's.
It's just that we don't eat it daily and we don't buy it in bulk like we do fruits and vegetables
it's
and
not
other
a staple.
foods. Yeah. So yeah, we're not saying you can never touch it with a 10-foot pole, but it just use it in moderation. And if you really enjoy it, have it occasionally. Have it on your cheat meal.
Yeah, it's because the people like they'll throw their hands up in the air. I can't even have Greek yogurt. Like, what am I supposed to eat? Well, like if you're starting off by eating fast food every single day, by transitioning into eating Greek yogurt, you're going to see great results.
Yeah, we would be like, good job, kudos. Like that's a much healthier shift.
Yeah.
If you can do that, but you know, it's all like he says in a continuum, and there's better and there's worse. There's no such thing as good or bad. It's just better or worse, and it depends on what your goals are and what. You know, like if you just love freaking dairy and cheese, like we're not going to take that away from you. Yeah, enjoy it, but just make sure you know your macros.
And some people tolerate dairy better than others. So
that's a good point.
The dairy intolerance, like I don't tolerate dairy very well.
Yeah,
like,
and some people get really bad sinus infections from
gassy,
it. Like,
like acne breakouts from dairy.
Can affect your skin, your mood. There's like several things.
So I think we kind of beat that question to death. So let's just move on.
That was a pretty thorough breakdown of our feelings about dairy.
Okay, next question.
Okay. Gave Khan. Hey guys, I love what you do, so helpful. I've lost 14 pounds since I started watching your videos, and I'm officially no longer overweight.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, anyway, question is, when tracking calories and macros, should I consider a day to be from when I wake up to when I go to bed, or should I base my tracking on calendar days? I ask because I work graveyard shifts on weekends, but I'm awake during normal hours through the week. So I wonder which is best way to track so I'm not accidentally cheating on my calorie macro counts.
That's an interesting question. We've never got that question asked. I've never had that question asked me before. So congratulations on the 14-pound weight loss.
I thought you were going to say on originality of question asking.
B, congratulations on the originality. Because we've been asked so many questions, it's rare that we get a question we have never been asked. C, congratulations on tracking your macros.
Yes.
So you have a goal in mind, so you know you need to take it to the next step by tracking your macros. Now D, I'm gonna make this very simple for you. You are, in a sense, by asking this question, you're kind of majoring in the minors.
Getting concerned about things that may not make a difference.
Well, at the end of the day, quote unquote, at the end of the day, honestly, it doesn't matter from hour to hour what you're tracking. Like, think big picture. So like at the end of the week or, at the end of the month, like, are you in that calorie deficit? Are you in that calorie surplus? At the end of the day, it's not as big of an issue. So
when does the day end?
Well, that's his question. So for you, I'll just simplify it for you. So your day begins when you wake up. Your day ends when you go to sleep. Regardless if you wake up at 12 a.m. and you go to sleep at 12 a.m. the next day, just when you get up out of bed, your first meal, whatever it is, start counting your calories at that meal. When you go to bed, regardless if it's 3 a.m. or 11 p.m. the previous day, end right there.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that just because everyone else is eating dinner when you're going to work doesn't mean that that's your dinner time. Like, I think start thinking of your meals in terms of this is meal number 1, 2, 3 or something instead of breakfast, lunch, dinner, because that may be where you're getting a little confused. You're like, should I eat dinner and then eat breakfast? Or, like it kind of messes things up for you. But if you just think of it as I need 4 meals today or 5 meals today, then it's just when you're awake, during your wake period. So think of it as wake period, sleep period instead of a day versus a night or something like that. But that is tricky, and I feel like that's a really uncommon work schedule. I think my advice would be, I don't know if this is going to work for your life or your lifestyle or your family or whatever, but if you could get more consistent and regular, like if you're working those graveyard shifts, like the advice I've always heard for people who work graveyard shifts is sleep during the day every day instead of shifting back and forth, because that just confuses your circadian rhythm and everything.
That may be dictated by his boss.
Yeah, and it could be. And you could also want to see your family during the day and stuff like that. So I don't know. You got to do what works best for you. But I do think that you need to consider your day of eating is whenever you're awake.
Yeah, when you begin and when you end. So take it that way as opposed to the calendar.
Yeah.
All right, great question. Next question on Twitter from MF says, as a beginner, how do I know I am pushing myself with weights? What should I aspire to reach?
Okay. Yeah, that's an original question too. I don't know if I've been asked that one. The reason we don't put weight amounts on most of our I'm not gonna say all of our workout programs, because like the challenge I did today had like weights given, but most programs don't come with weights given because it so depends on the person. Like you can't tell everybody to go and lift 25 pounds because everyone's not gonna be able to do that. The range is so great of what you can lift and what you can do, and how many years you've been working at it, and you know, male or female, there's all these variables that go in there. But I think you just want to always reach next levels, and that doesn't always mean going up in weight. I think this is a big thing too, is like people, even with weight loss too, people expect that they're always going to be losing weight. Eventually you get to a point where you're good.
It's not linear.
Same thing goes with lifting. Like you're going to lift heavier, but eventually you're at a strength level that's good enough.
Yeah, but
you're not going to get to 1,000,000 pounds.
But get back to her question though. So she's a beginner. How does she know if she's lifting enough?
You want to make sure that the weight you're selecting is challenging you. So the given number of reps, say on your workout program it says do 10 reps of this exercise. If you get to the 10th rep and you're like, oh, I feel like I could do more, then you know you're not lifting enough. There you go. But if you get to number 7, 8, and you're really struggling, but you can still make it to 10, that's right on. You want to be struggling in the last few reps, but not so hard that you can't finish the set.
Yeah, that's the perfect answer right there. And so, so you were mentioning like our programs don't tell you how much to lift.
Yeah.
When you do get more advanced, like my program LiveLeanStrength.com, we actually have you lifting based off of your 1 rep max.
Right.
So the amount of weight that you can lift for 1 rep with proper form in that program, because we're trying to get you stronger in that program, we tell you lift 80% of your 1 rep max.
Right.
So if you lift 1 rep for 100 pounds, your 1 rep max at 80% would be 80 pounds. So you go in there and you know exactly how much you need to lift at 80 pounds. So that's a more advanced, I know you said that you're a beginner, but if you were doing my LiveLeanStrength.com program, you would know exactly how much weight that you need to lift based off of the testing days in the program.
Yeah, that's perfect. I think it's really important for beginners to know that if you've finished the reps and you're not struggling, it ain't working.
That's what I was going to say. Like if your workout program says 10 reps, then if you're on like that 8th and 9th rep, you should be really pushing yourself to hit that 10th rep.
It's when the ugly faces start coming out, like that.
And
that's when you know you're doing it right.
But make sure you got the form locked down. So then like you don't just throw in the momentum and the cheats to get the weight up for whatever it's worth. Like if you can't do it, stop, lower the weight.
Right.
Form over weight every time.
A little bit of cheating is okay, but don't become sloppy Sally. Nobody likes that girl.
Sloppy Sally or sloppy Sham.
Don't be those people. All right, Thomas Cantrell says, you guys make a beautiful couple, and have created the cutest baby ever. Aw. I was wondering if you could make a video on maintenance mode. I have reached my goal and find myself stressing out about maintaining it.
Good question.
Yeah, that is good.
Because
we don't really talk much about maintenance mode, do we?
Well, no, I mean, like that was what I was going to say is like that's what I first created this show back.
Yeah, you were just saying that.
I was just saying that like my original vision for this show and why I branded it LiveLeanTV was because everybody, like this was before I was on YouTube, when I'd go into the gym and I was training, people like in January, people in April, people in December would be like, man, like you maintain your body all year round. You just don't see that with people. How do you do it? And so that was like
the winter comes around and everyone expects you to have a layer. They're like, where's your winter layer, bro?
So then this light bulb went off on me. It's like, I need to teach people my methods, and that's what we do here.
Yeah.
So what is the actual question though is,
he's like, if we could make a video on maintenance mode, because he stresses out about.
I mean, there's really no video that we can do. Or,
well, all of our videos.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like everything that you see that we're doing, like the foods that we're eating, the vlogs that we're showing.
I just did what I eat in a day. You should go watch that. He has what he eats in a day videos, and I don't know, like all of our workout videos are how we continuously work out.
Like, so you say you're in maintenance mode, but I would question you if you're actually in maintenance mode because you're very uptight about it. So you're still in that early phase of that transition, because what I qualify as maintenance mode is when you can live your life. You can go have drinks with your buddies on the weekend, not freak out over it. You can go out for a cheat meal and not freak out about it. It's as much of a mindset as it is about
a level, like a fitness
like
level,
a level that you hit. I think like that's why I wrote my book, thinkandlivelean.com. So you should check out that book if you haven't read it yet. It's transitioning your mind to understand that you can still live life, you can still do everything as long as you have these habits in place that allow you to do that. And that is by working out and eating healthy the majority of the time. So I feel like you
it's
still...
a mind thing too. It's also believing you can, like knowing that you can maintain your fitness and you're not going to lose everything. I feel like that's a huge mindset shift. Instead of worrying all the time, oh my God, I'm going to lose it. You just have a confidence. It's an inner confidence.
It's the belief that you can, like, I have like 100% certainty that I'm never going to become obese. Like, it is just, like, it's never going to happen. Like, I can bet my life savings on it that it will never happen. Because I know I just have a belief that I can maintain this. So,
and even people have asked you, like, for how much money would it take for you to get yourself out of shape?
I can't.
Like, no amount of money.
I couldn't.
It will influence me.
And it's not that I don't want to do it, or it's not that, it's just that I don't feel like I could, because this is such a habitual thing for me, is to get up, to treat my body right, to have certain things in place, like drinking water as soon as I get up, getting a workout in, drinking a post-workout shake, like eating healthy food. It's just ingrained in me now. So I would just, going back to your question, I would just question if you actually are in maintenance mode at this point. I think you're still in that beginner phase where, you know, you transitioned your body, but you haven't yet transitioned your mindset. So I would recommend you go check out my book, thinkandlivelean.com. I don't mean this to be a sales pitch, but it has helped a lot of people just kind of reverse, just switch that mindset switch to on. And I think you can learn a lot from it.
Honestly, it's amazing how reaching your goal weight or even your goal physique or something doesn't necessarily mean that you've arrived yet. Because I know that I reached my weight loss goal like in college, like way before I started living lean, but I kept going up and down and up and down. And up. So that's not living lean. Like, just reaching your goal is just the first step, you know, then you have to start transforming your mind and developing that inner confidence and everything. So yes, you can do it, but you have to do the mindset work. Yeah,
so you're asking for a video, for us to do a video. I'm saying check out the book. That is the video that you're looking for.
It'll be longer lasting and really help you transform.
With action steps to
do
right
the homework.
through.
Yes, that's the one thing, is a lot of people have read that book, but they skip the parts where you actually have to do something. Do the parts. It will be life-changing.
All right, next question on Twitter from Miriam B says, have you heard of finishing your shower with cold water for igniting back fat?
Igniting?
I assume she means like the igniting, the burning of back fat.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's your answer right there.
I just laugh when I think about back fat. It's funny. But yeah, cold showers. I've actually done that for hair purposes because they say it makes your hair shinier. Did you know that? Yeah, so
I'm a dude, right?
Yeah, your hair has like cuticles, and when you put cold water on it, the cuticles close up tighter, which like helps seal in the moisture. But yeah, dudes don't even do that. But no, we don't do that for fat loss. I think that's another one of those minor things that like, even if it has any influence to your fat loss at all, it's going to be like 0.01%.
But your specific question was for igniting back fat. So
why is it back
I don't know
fat?
Why you would think it's just maybe because the cold water is hitting your back fat. But I think there is something to it. Like, there is something to getting a cold shower to wake up the body.
Yeah.
There is something.
Your blood flow.
Yeah, there is something to it. But like you said, it's a majoring in the minors type thing. Like, if you're sitting there, you're in a calorie surplus, you're not working out, and you think you can just jump in the shower, get a cold water.
Everybody would do it.
It's not gonna happen. Like, focus on the fundamentals, fundamentals of living lean, guys. Like,
yes, absolutely.
Stop looking for these quick fixes. Stick to the fundamentals. Be consistent and be patient. That is like the optimal thing, is patience and consistency.
I love how these like rumors spread, like everyone's out there, hey, have you heard of the cold showers for back fat?
Yeah,
it's just like, where do these things come from? Who started that?
And like certain people think it's like we're holding back these secrets or something.
Yeah, like if there was a thing for, igniting your back fat, we probably would have told you already.
And that's why where you put out our vlogs. So when we're vlogging, you don't see us like with the vlog camera, like, oh, I'm in the shower burning my back fat now. Like, if that worked, you would see it in the vlogs. Like, we share pretty much everything that we do in the vlogs, what we eat, what supplements we take, like the workouts that we're doing. So
no secret.
We're not knocking on you here. It's just, we're trying to make a point
for what you guys should be focusing on, and it's the major things: working out, eating healthy, having the right mindset. And I think part of having the right mindset is understanding there are no quick fixes. And understanding that the only way to get successful is dedication, consistency, and hard work.
Patience.
And no tricks. No tricks up the sleeves. You have to get rid of that out of your mindset.
Yeah.
Genny Narvaez says, any of you shift workers or have schedules that flip-flop? Do you find it hard to keep your diet on track? I work 3 12-hour night shifts, sleep during the day, work at night, and days off up by 10, asleep by 2 a.m. So schedule's all over the place. Able to keep my workouts going each day. Sleep is not a problem. I always get 7 to 8 hours a night, but eating is all over the place. Can't seem to get on a schedule. Either not hungry, it's late, or I don't eat enough. It's very frustrating. Would love to hear your feedback or suggestions.
All right, so it sounds similar to the question that we had earlier.
It's the theme of the show is crazy schedules.
So it sounds like, so if we get back to the fundamentals, so your workouts
he says that's not a
are
problem.
on point. Your sleep
is on
which
point.
surprisingly is good based on you all over the place and your circadian rhythms being off, but it's working out. Yeah. So then the other big one is nutrition, which is what you're saying that you're having problems with. So I would just put it out to you to really focus in. So you said that you can't
Well, he's either not hungry.
Well, that's what I'm
or
saying.
It's too late.
Like during my journey, there's plenty of times where I wasn't hungry, but I made myself eat.
Exactly.
Like when I was trying to build muscle, it's like, oh, another meal. And I'm like focused on my why. Like, why do I have to eat this meal? Because I want to be comfortable and confident taking my shirt off. In order for that to happen, I need to feel like I have muscle and build muscle. So this is like what I'm saying to you is whatever your goal may be, if you don't feel hungry, sometimes you just have to eat. And I know a lot of people out there are probably like, oh, intuitive eating. Like,
I know, right?
Don't force yourself to do anything. But if you're not seeing the results by eating only when you're hungry or feeding yourself when you feel like you're hungry, but you're not really hungry, you're just bored, you got to switch it up.
And let me just ask you, did you do intuitive homework when you were in school? Like, that's not a thing. Like, there's such a thing as discipline. And this is how people become successful is you stick to what you said you were going to do, even when you don't feel like it. So not feeling hungry is not an excuse to not eat when you know that you should.
Yeah.
And when it's part of your meal plan and everything. So yeah, he and I both been there where we had to force food down and get used to it. It was really hard for me, especially as a girl, like learning to eat enough.
So let me just spin it this way. When you're sitting and you're like, I know I need to eat, but I'm not hungry, maybe go with a protein shake. So like a shake is easier to get down than sitting down like, oh,
than like a full plate.
Chicken and veggies. Like, I get it. So, you know, maybe make a berry shake, throw some protein powder in it, get the calories into you.
Also, you know, I just had a thought. Maybe your food's not tasting good enough. If it doesn't like make you excited to eat it, like maybe you need to try new recipes. You know, if you're tired of eating the same old thing, because that happened to me. I kept eating like boiled chicken and steamed broccoli, and of course you sit there and you're like, I don't want to eat this. Yeah. Because it's just not good. So maybe try making your food taste better by using some of our recipes that we offer, and you can really spike your appetite just by having more delicious food.
Yeah, and I'll finish it off with one other suggestion. So I know you said that sometimes you work nights, sometimes you work mornings. So I would just be like the day before you go to bed, whatever time of night that is or time of morning that is, focus in your mind that you're getting up at this time. So you get your 7-8 hours sleep, which is what seems like you're getting. And then within like whatever your eating cadence is, you're gonna eat at this time. And then you're gonna eat at this time. So just rather than just going through the motions and just doing the intuitive thing, I would schedule it in for a few weeks to get your body turned on, create those habits. And eventually when you don't feel like eating, like you will feel like eating. Like a lot of people aren't hungry for breakfast in the morning until they start doing it consistently.
Absolutely. So it's like training your body. Like you're not going to be great at most exercises when you first try them. Same thing with nutrition. Like the first couple of weeks is rough. I'm not going to lie. Every time I do a custom meal plan for someone, they write me back after the first week and they're like, this is not easy. I'm like, did you think it was going to be easy? It's not easy, but it's worth it. And we promise that things do get better, but you have to get over the hump. You can't just try it for 2 days and then like, you know, throw it out the window. You have to like stick it through the hard part.
Okay, next question. It looks like it's on YouTube from JSunrise13. If you could only eat one vegetable with meals for the rest of your life, what would it be?
No, I hate choosing just like one favorite thing. That's so hard for me. One vegetable. I don't know. I love them all.
What's your favorite vegetable?
You know what immediately comes to mind is like broccoli and zucchini.
Well, one.
Yeah. I know, stop it. I can't. I'm telling you right now, I cannot choose.
Okay,
I love all of the vegetables.
she passes.
Yeah.
I'm going to say spinach. And the reason
love that
for
too.
spinach is because it's so versatile, it's so nutrient packed, and it's so easy to eat.
Yeah.
You can't overeat
true.
it.
Yeah.
And it's easy to not undereat it because it's so like
You can put it on anything.
You could put it into a smoothie. Yeah. You can put it into your stir fry. You can put it in your cookies that you bake at home.
Yeah, that's true.
You can do anything with spinach.
Has like no flavor.
Yeah, and
tons of nutrients.
I remember like when
really
I was
low calorie.
I remember when I was really focused in on my nutrition in the early stages. Like I would, I'd have a chicken breast or something. I'm like, oh, I need to have some vegetables with this to help absorb the protein and everything. But I didn't want to have to prepare anything, so I just went into the fridge, grabbed a handful, and ate it. And done.
Bachelor life.
Yeah. So that's mine.
That is
spinach.
good. And you know, guys, for our Live Lean 20 cookbook, we had to narrow it down to 5 vegetables, and that was hard to do. But we did. We put our favorite 5 in Live Lean 20 cookbook because there's like 5 ingredients of each category. Yeah. So you guys should check that out. And if you really want to narrow down your diet
Simplify
and make things easy for you,
that's the program for you.
Yeah.
LiveLean20diet.com.
This person's name is Jess. Hi, Jess. Jess A says, I know you covered soy protein in this episode, but I was wondering what your thoughts were on whole sources of soy, such as dried edamame. I don't eat meat, so I do eat this fairly often to get in protein, but I also find that it bloats me. Could that be related to why you don't recommend it?
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we don't recommend soy for a lot of reasons, kind of the same rant that we just went on about dairy. We could do the same thing for soy, but I get it, you know, for vegetarians out there, you're looking for different sources and you don't have a lot of options. So in that case, I would say if it's working for you, cool. But if it's bloating you and you keep on eating it anyway, I would maybe consider trying like an alternative source other than that, because who wants to be bloated every day?
Yeah, I mean, or like I did a video on foods that cause bloat, and I talked about how you can still eat these healthy foods, but just do certain things to help you absorb them. And I mean, one way to do it is a digestive enzyme. So you could take a digestive enzyme, see how that helps you, break it down to absorb it in your body. So there's certain things that you can do to help you absorb certain foods. You just kind of have to explore those if you don't want to have to give them up. And edamame, if you do eat soy, it's probably one of the better sources of soy, would you say?
Because it's less processed than like a soy protein that you're going to find in a sugary protein bar or something. But I don't know. It's just, we're just not fans of soy. So sorry to keep having this conversation and like disappointing you guys with limited vegetarian options. But it's just, to be honest and real with you guys, it's not what we practice ourselves. We don't put that in our own body, so we can't really say, we can't recommend it to you because it's not what we do. So for us, it's a big deal to recommend things that we actually use and try and believe in. So of course, we're not going to promote like everyone eat edamame because we don't eat it, you know? So I don't know that it's a good protein source for you guys who don't eat meat.
All right, next question on Snapchat from Dex2Real says, lately all your workouts have been athletic, agility style on the track. Do you plan on working out at the gym once again?
This must have been an older question because...
Yeah, we probably just got to it.
So because you already are working out at the gym again.
Yeah, so there was a time a few weeks ago before we moved from LA to San Diego
and the first few weeks that we lived here.
That I gave up my gym membership because I knew I was moving. And I wanted to be at home with Kyla more and help out around the house more.
Yeah.
So I took my workouts outdoors.
It was like a month, wasn't it?
It was like a track right by our house.
Yeah.
So I could be home again in no time.
Yeah.
And I love that style of training. Like I am an athlete first and foremost. Like I'm a sports guy. Like I played sports growing up all my life. Then when I needed to transform my body, that's when I got into the gym. So my first love has always been sports. I always see myself as an athlete first and foremost. That's what I did for 30 days or
I think it could have been
maybe
6 weeks.
More than that. And I still do that. I still do that. But I'm back to my gym routine now, as you guys have been seeing on Snapchat and
vlogs and everything.
And vlogs. But like for workouts, the majority of my workouts are in the gym. But then like on active rest days or like cardio days, I'll take it out to the track. I'll play sports like football, hockey, those sort of things, basketball. And so that's what you were seeing. But the majority of my fitness today is actually in the gym.
Yeah, but we always try to make the point that it's important when you're living lean to vary your types of activities so you don't become just like a gym rat. You're not in the gym 7 days a week because that's boring, let's be real. You just want to go to the gym a few days per week, but then also have other activity in your life, like we go run the stairs and we like play with the dog and like all kinds of fun stuff. So you find ways to work exercise into your life that are not related to the gym, not only related to the gym, but we do love the gym.
Okay, last question.
Okay, Apexer Forever says, do you guys use any herbal supplements, teas, essential oils, or other homeopathic things to keep living lean?
So to keep living, we do, but it's not to keep living lean. It's,
kind of.
Well, it does.
I like herbal tea because it helps me at night from not snacking, not like raiding the pantry when you have like that, munchy feeling. Like, herbal tea is such a help for me.
But if you didn't have herbal tea in your life, it's not like you wouldn't still be living lean. So this is.
Well, what would I drink? Hot water?
What? No, I mean, you make a good point.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's a minor.
Yeah, it is a minor, but it does help with, living lean.
Yeah.
I think essential oils, we have some, but I wouldn't say that we use them for any live lean purposes.
Yeah.
If I were to use them, it would be for fragrance or for we have, oregano oil or something if you were catching a cold, but I never use them. Or
I would love to use them at nighttime, in the bedroom to go to sleep.
Oh, in the bedroom.
Well, maybe if there could be some of that, but also for
I like lavender for a bath.
For sleep purposes, I would love to try that.
Maybe we should try it more.
Yeah, because we have a diffuser, we have essential oils.
Yeah.
So if you guys know of any essential oils, I'm sure we could look this up as well, that induces sleep or helps you sleep. Put it down in the comments below, let us know, and we'll try it out.
And there's certain ones that energize you, so maybe, we could use one as you take a sniff of orange essential oil and then it makes you want to go to the gym. I don't know.
There's the magic pill.
Like a pre-workout sniff.
Yeah. But
I don't know.
if you guys have any experience with essential oils, I'm a complete open book to it. I would love to try some stuff out, and we have essential oils in the house. It's just they kind of sit there. We don't do much with them.
Since we moved in here, they've been in a drawer and I haven't touched them.
I would like to use them, but if your question is kind of is there any secrets you're keeping from us or any hidden pills?
Sorry, we keep bursting the bubble. No secrets.
Nothing there, guys. Once again, fundamentals: workout, eat healthy, sleep.
Yep. End of story. And the end of the story is keep doing it forever.
Yeah. So that's it. That's another episode. That's episode number 31. Hopefully you enjoyed that episode. The question of the day is, I did have a question of the day I wanted to ask during the show, and I forgot what it was.
Tell me.
Well, let's just do the essential oils question. So if you guys have essential oils, or if you know the benefits of essential oils, which ones in particular should we use for sleep? I would.
You're most interested
if I had to step up my game.
You sleep pretty good, though.
No, I go to I go to sleep easily.
Yeah.
It's staying asleep that.
Well, we have a newborn in the house, Bill.
But no, she's sleeping well now.
She is.
And I'll just wake up and be like, oh, what time is it? Time to get up yet? What time is it? So I'm waking up a few times at night where I would love
deeper sleep.
I would love to close my eyes and wake up when my alarm goes off.
Only once.
And get up. Yeah, I would love that. I can't remember the last time I did that. So if there's essential oils out there that can help with that, I know that's not a magic pill to do it for you, but or if you have any sleep experts out there, let me know down below.
Yeah. Is icy hot a homeopathic remedy? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? It's the muscle rub, arnica and stuff. We use that every once in a while for sore muscles. I don't know if that counts.
Not very often.
And Epsom salt baths I use once in a while. But these things are rare.
Yeah.
Nothing we use daily.
So there you go, guys. That's the question of the day. Thank you for watching. That's it. We really appreciate you guys tuning into this show over and over again on YouTube as well as on the podcast. Big thanks to you guys on the podcast. If you haven't yet checked out our podcast, please do so. Go subscribe, go review the show. We want to grow that side of our business and reach more people, help more people. So go over to iTunes or Stitcher, wherever you may want to listen to your podcast, and help us out over there.
You guys brought some great questions today. Thank you, and keep on bringing them. We're just going to keep the show alive as long as you guys want it to. Yeah. So let's go.
So thanks for watching, and keep
living lean.
Living lean. Bye. Big shout out to all our Live Lean podcast listeners. We love you and would so appreciate it if you would give this podcast a review. We need your feedback to improve and grow. So please give us a review right now.